So, how are you navigating this eclipse season that came in at the first of this month and is moving out at the end of this month? Are you really struggling with it? Are you really embracing it and letting those lessons and those wounds, learn the lessons, healing the wounds? Or are you, just really struggling with it? It's really heavy. It's really a lot. Uh, if you're not familiar with the eclipse season, it just really brings in that energy to support kind of touching and bringing up those wounds from the past relationships, past uh, where you haven't learned the lessons that you needed to learn and heal the wounds that you needed to heal. It's super supportive in kind of bringing that chaos into your life and allowing things to drop off that need to drop off if we allow them, if we're in that space that we can do so, if we have the tools to do so, and if we have the support to do so. So, this last little bit has really been highlighting and amplifying those wounds from the past relationships. And it's really thrown me for a loop. I've had um, people show up, things show up in my life that I really just didn't know was still affecting me and still running my life. There was a lot of heartbreak I didn't realize that I had like buried deep down, and it just surfaced, and it just seemed like it was in a more at a more intense level this time. There were tears, anger, resentment, all of that that came up. And obviously it was able to flow out because I was able to allow that. I was able to allow that um, for it to get space and have the grace and the tools to be able to ride the wave in a little smoother this time than in the past. So I'm grateful for that, but it seems like in doing so, in having those tools and having the grace and having the ability to do so, it was like, here's a little bit more for you. How are you going to handle this? So I don't know if anybody else is really uh, experiencing all of that, but I know over the past few days it has just been um, really intense for me, and the releasing has been really intense. And then what I really noticed is how tired my body has been from me just carrying all of this. And just the relief. The tiredness feels different this time because it's more like a relief. And now I've just given my body and my being space to be able to heal. Because our bodies, as long as we give them what they need and not hold on to what they don't, they can heal themselves. So it's just felt really different this time. Really noticing the exhaustion that I had been feeling had just been about that. So when I decided to create the inner unveiling masterclass, I didn't do my investigations on when the energies were, what energies were going to be supporting us and all of that. So it was just like perfect timing for this because we're starting the activation calls tomorrow. So I really encourage you to hop on in, get familiar with what's being offered. The activation call is just kind of like getting your energy, getting you where you need to be so then we can flow through the master class, which will be Friday and Saturday. There'll be 3 hour calls each where we just kind of dive into all those masks that we've been wearing. That's what I just experienced right there. You know, I was still holding on to that the strong one for one, and then that independent one of, you know, the strong one, I can hold it all together. I don't, you know, I need to hold it all together for everyone else. I can't show the weakness. I can't um, just allow myself to fall apart. And then you have that independent one that doesn't need anybody. I can do it all myself. And that really was amplified over these past 3 or 4 days of just realizing how I was still holding on to that, even though I know intellectually that that's not supporting me. That's not, um, I really need to reach out and have that connection. I mean, even like psychiatrists, it's like for them to keep their license and stuff, they have to have a psychiatrist so that they have the support and the place to vent and the place to connect with someone else that would understand what they're going through. So there's like, none of us are just an island. None of us are just an island. Our human sides, no matter how spiritual you think you are, no matter how much support that you do get from spirit in the spiritual realm, you still have a human side that needs that connection. So that may have went a little bit longer than what I was really wanting to talk about it, but it just this with when I created this master class, I was just realized yesterday how it is just going to be so supportive for so many people to help finish out this eclipse season strong and the weight lifted off of them and feeling better about themselves, better about, and just really coming in and finding out what's truly theirs, what's not. So, what are you holding on to that's truly not yours? That's truly not your soul truth? Come find out in the master class. So, like I said, we have the activation call tomorrow. It'll be about an hour um, on Wednesday. And then the master class itself is the 26th and 27th. So, Friday and Saturday. Again, 3 hour calls each day. And then we'll have an integration call on Monday to for whatever else may have come up for you as you're, you know, because when you do energy work, there's that period of that release, releasing of a layer, another layer, another layer. Let's see how deep we can go. And so then the integration call will just be about clearing everything else that came up for you after the master class and really supporting you for your next steps and to get clearer on who you are and what direction you want to go. So I'm I couldn't have timed this any better. And I'm just really grateful that it all came through, and I just really hope that you can join me um, on this journey. It really is a journey. It's a journey about getting understanding, getting clarity, getting those ahas. And I do really want to support you with this last little leg of this eclipse season because it is perfect energy to support. And if we, the more we can all get together and connect, it's just going to be even more powerful. So I really hope that you can join me. And, I'm here. Reach out, send me a message. We we've become this we've become this world of disconnectedness. Uh, I love technology. It's beautiful because you can reach out to just about anybody, but it's also created a disconnection as well. So I would really love to connect with you over these next few days. So the link will be in the description. And thank you so much. Much love, many blessings. See you soon.